from iconic characters to influential camera work. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Brits who changed the Marvel Cinematic Universe forever.
Before we begin, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more great content.
For this list, we've gathered the greatest British contributors to the long-running comic film franchise, assessing the UK's impact across every MCU film. Marvel movies might be one of Hollywood's biggest draws, but there are lots of links between it and the UK. Britain, assemble! Number 10, Tom Holland.
Footage?
Yes, Peter. I record everything you see.
Everything?
Everything.
Like all the time?
It's called the baby monitor protocol.
Yeah, of course it is.
Swinging in as Spider-Man for 2017's Homecoming, Holland faced massive pressure to get the role right, not that it showed. Tom triumphed as the friendly neighborhood hero, moving away from past incarnations and kickstarting a new era for the iconic web-slinger. With critical praise mounting and a multi-movie contract already in the bag, Holland and Spidey are sure to be major players in future MCU projects, with Peter Parker's high school problems set to continue despite his hero cred.
This kid treating me like a kid all the time. It's not cool.
But you are a kid.
Yeah, a kid who can stop a bus with his bare hands.
Number 9, Drew Pearce. Debuting with Marvel as a writer on Iron Man 3, Drew Pearce worked with US director Shane Black to help raise the curtain on the MCU's Phase 2. He was originally hired to adapt the Runaways comic book series, but that film was shelved as Tony Stark's story took priority. Pearce helped navigate Stark through the aftermath of the Avengers, repositioning the character for Marvel's first filmic step towards its next colossal crescendo, Age of Ultron. It took Tony to some dark places, but this movie marked a new beginning for the series. Number 8, Charlie Cox.
If I take a night off, people get hurt.
I don't want to lose you.
We won't.
Though Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was the MCU's first foray into television, Daredevil proved a turning point in Marvel's small screen strategy, and London's Charlie Cox took the title role. As the first in a series of Netflix shows gearing up to 2017's The Defenders, Daredevil follows Cox's Matt Murdock, a blind lawyer by day and badass vigilante by night. With Cox leading the line for TV, like Robert Downey Jr. does for the films, he helped bring Marvel to a binge-watching audience, and we've been hooked ever since.
Tell me who they are.
Number 7, Seamus McGarvey. As the action-packed apex for Phase 1 of the franchise, the Avengers served up a slathering of superheroes for a monumental cinematic smash-up. And while American Joss Whedon directed the film, Northern Ireland's Seamus McGarvey worked as chief cinematographer, and as a vital creative influence on the picture. Tasked with managing multiple major characters in almost every scene, McGarvey strived for an immersive final cut, setting a new benchmark for the series. And given the film's record-breaking popularity, we'd say he succeeded. Number 6, Edgar Wright. A writer and director best known for genre comedy classics, Wright spent close to a decade working with Marvel, primarily on Ant-Man. He and co-writer Joe Cornish first pitched ideas for the cut-sized character in the early 2000s, and Wright was hired to direct in 2006. But after a series of script revisions and behind-the-scenes disagreements, he left the project in 2014, retaining story and screenplay credits only. However, throughout Wright's time on the project, his input reportedly influenced the look and feel of the earliest MCU movies, including the opening films for Iron Man and Thor.
And I was I'm really sad about it. I mean, Edgar's brilliant, and Edgar brought me on. Edgar's my friend.
Number 5, University of East Anglia. A change of scenery was definitely needed in the aftermath of Age of Ultron, with Avengers HQ moving from Stark Tower in Manhattan to a state-of-the-art building in upstate New York. But while Stark Tower really was modelled on an existing Manhattan location, the MetLife building, our hero's sprawling new home is actually an art gallery in Norfolk. Scenes at the new Avengers facility were shot on campus at the University of East Anglia's Sainsbury Centre, with the museum's distinctive glass facade proving a picturesque backdrop. Number 4, Joan Lee.
Don't ever direct the master. Now start again if you wish.
Now here it goes. Now let's get this straight.
No, you've got to realize
no way at all do you think that you are the master.
Back at the beginning, a Marvel might never have existed without Newcastle's Joan Lee. Born Joan Bucock, she moved to New York shortly after World War II and married Stan Lee in 1947. Joan proved a pivotal influence throughout Lee's career, especially when she talked him out of quitting comic books in the 50s. When Joan died in 2017, she and Stan had been married for 70 years, and although her involvement with the MCU was limited, she had a vital impact on Marvel as a whole.
I personally believe that she's the reason we're here. I think Joni is responsible for the Marvel Universe, right? Because,
She's responsible for my universe, right, that's for sure.
Number 3, Benedict Cumberbatch.
You think too little of yourself.
Oh, you think you see through me, do you? Well, you don't. But I see through you.
The highest ranking actor on today's list, Benedict Cumberbatch brought game-changing gravitas to the comic book canon when he debuted in 2016. Converting Stephen Strange from a swaggering neurosurgeon to a super spiritual sorcerer, Cumberbatch claims the cloak as part of an awesome and mostly British cast, including Tilda Swinton, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Benedict Wong. Doctor Strange signified a stylistic shift for the MCU, with inventive visuals and dizzying fight scenes, and Cumberbatch moves through the cross-dimensional chaos for a standout superhero role.
We must be ready. We'll be ready.
Number 2, Kenneth Branagh.
I remember going to see him that morning saying, look, I think it might be good if you get your shirt off, but you may be feeling... He said, of course I'm going to get my bloody shirt off, mate. I've been training for 9 months for this
As the first British director to take the chair for the MCU, Ken Branagh brought Thor to the big screen, taking audiences to Asgard for the first time. Following 2 Iron Man stories and a Hulk movie, here's where the cinematic universe begins to connect the dots, but Branagh's film is a standalone success as well. With otherworldly sequences and a hammer-hauling hero, Thor throws a higher power into the Marvel mix, against one of cinema's best ever bad guys.
Yeah, my life has changed thanks to this man.
Yeah.
And it's a pleasure to be sitting with him on your sofa.
Number 1, Ben Davis. The second cinematographer to feature today, Ben Davis broke new ground with his work on Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, and Doctor Strange. Ushering in a new era for the MCU, every Davis project focuses on fun visuals and a futuristic feel. With Guardians especially, Davis helped to reshape the Marvel mold, turning Star-Lord and co. into some of the franchise's most popular characters. With a souped-up superhero style, he became a significant influence over Marvel's Phase 3, and on the superhero genre in general.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.